So what I'm gonna do is just die immediately. Greetings Terrarians, Khaios here, welcome back to Harbinger. Before I get started, I just want to let you all know that for the next 2 months, I'm going to be pretty busy. While my goal is to still have 3 videos a week, I might not be able to do that, but I am going to make sure that I get at least 1 video a week over the next 2 months. I thank you guys for your support and for sticking around, and I'm just going to get straight into the episode. So, at this point, we're pretty much done with the map. We're really close to being done. And what we have here is the kind of secret lock door. And as you may have noticed, as we've been progressing through the map, we've been collecting pieces of a code, a letter and a number. Now, if you arrange those numbers from 1 to 7 and rearrange the letters to correspond, you get this random assortment of letters, which is actually the combination to this secret door. Before I plug in the secret combination, I'm just going to say that there's also an achievement tied to this door. So you could spell a bunch of different words. I don't remember exactly how many I selected. I believe it's 12 to get an achievement, but there's something like 21 or 22 different words that you could plug into here. So like if I were to type in Khaios, you'll see that it pops up with a little bit of a message here, being just a little bit of a witty remark. And that's the case for a lot of things that you type in. Like if I do XOXO, it makes a joke, a kind of parody song on the X's and O's. And there's just a bunch of different combinations. I'm not going to go through them all in this video, but I will go ahead and plug in the combination, which will be OHXOKSI. This light will turn green, indicating that you have actually unlocked the door, and you will now be able to pull the switch and teleport into the secret area. That gives you an achievement, Secret Keeper, if you've found this secret. It also says that this is the ultimate secret, but that's kind of a lie. So in here we have the Brain Scrambler mount, and this will be very beneficial for you getting out of the map in a little bit. There's also a little bit of a lore log here for it, but also at the top of the room you might notice here a little switch hiding in the pipework. If you pull that switch, we actually end up with an additional secret within the secret, the only secret within a secret in this map. And I kind of threw the confetti around to just throw you off of this trail. You open this up and it's just all of the health that you would ever need to survive the end of the map. I probably shouldn't have done that. We're just going to do it anyway. So you grab all of your health. You also have some fancy looking rainbow dye. Just a lot of stuff to just have fun with the end of the map. It doesn't really change much. The mount that you've got pretty much will guarantee that you get the main successful ending, but all of this health could help you if you happen to fail that. You get a destroyer helm to show off. Let's go ahead and throw that on. And some bacon, because everybody loves bacon, right? Probably not. But let's go ahead and have a rainbow helmet. So now we could just get on out of the secret area, and that's the secret's done. And we go down, and we have to fight off, let me make sure I'm not going to blow myself up like last time, fight off 2 golems who have destroyed this panel so you can no longer open the door. And what we have here is one of my favorite contraptions in the entire map. It's supposed to be mimicking like an energy pulse that it's sending energy throughout the base or something similar to that, but when you touch it, it's going to catch you on fire, and it's also going to push you back. And how that's accomplished is with Hoiktronics and some actuated hellstone blocks. So you see if I jump into there, it actually carries me to the beginning, and I get a little bit of fire damage taken. You see I can't walk through this, so I won't be able to run all the way across. I will get carried to the beginning and burned. So what you need to do is just time your jumps, kind of like what we've done with maintenance shafts, except for this one here. You're going to place a portal on, oops, probably shouldn't have done it like that. Place a portal on that end, and on this end. I'm just going to wait for it to go through one more time, like that, and I'm going to make my way to this next part. And you do, oops, you do need to make sure that you jump into this. You won't be able to run all the way. And here at the end, we have this force field that's alternating. And what you do is not that. So that force field is keeping you from getting into the area above unless the beams are going by, in which case it swaps. So the way you get through that is you just time it right, time it a little bit better than I did. And then once the beams start going, the force field swaps and you could just jump your way through. I've also seen people place portals on the surface here to get through. That's also a great alternative. Here we have an emergency exit that we cannot go through. A little bit of text indicating how you clear this room. What we're going to be doing is destroying the reactor and the coolant for the reactor. But also, you can open up this door here so that you have a way back if you manage to get yourself killed. So the first thing that we're going to do is shoot red rockets at these red circuits within the reactor. And what that's going to do is start making the lights freak out a little bit, spawn a few golems to attack us. And we'll just do that for the next one as well. See if I can do this without getting myself blown up. So next up, we're going to make our way up on top of the reactor here. So I'm just going to place a portal. I'll place a portal here and a portal here and just jump through. Oop, missed my jump. And of course I'd miss my jump again, wouldn't I? Alright, we're just gonna do it like this. And just rocket boot our way up. There we go. So we have a green circuit here, and as you guys should remember, green circuit means grenade. So we're just gonna launch a grenade into there and destroy that. We have a red circuit here, and that means explosives. If you try to do the rocket launcher, you'll probably end up getting yourself killed. What I recommend doing is just dropping a grenade right there, and then that'll release another swarm of golems down below, and it'll open up this force field right here on the left, and also destroy another part of the reactor, which is now starting to smoke, and the lights are going off pretty heavy. So what we need to do is grab our sniper and just shoot straight up to hit that circuit, and that's part of the coolant system that we're shutting down. And now we have this force field open, and we grab our Kraken and just weed that through and turn that one off as well. So that's another coolant system down. And now we're just going to jump up onto the other side and do the same thing all over again. So I'll place a portal there. Place a portal here, and rocket boot. Switch to our grenade launcher. Place another grenade up here. Sniper rifle. Kraken. Now the reactor shielding has been destroyed. The coolant is almost done. Things are pretty much as chaotic as they're going to get, except the only thing that we have left to do, if I can kill this golem so he's not a threat, is to disable these blue circuits. So the way that we need to do that is by destroying all 4 blue circuits at the same time. In order to do that, we need to place some portals on the surface up above. So I'm going to place a portal here, and I'm just going to use this to portal climb. just about to there and just rocket boot the rest of my way up. I'm going to place a portal on that surface, and I need to keep that orange portal on that surface. So since I needed to portal climb my way up there, you might think that I might need to do the same here. Well, actually, all you need to do is jump onto the emergency door and rocket boot your way up. I'll place a portal here, and so now when I just shoot the blue circuits, you'll see that I can destroy these before time runs out. I believe I had mistimed that a little bit in terms of text. It looks like it might have said that I failed, even though I didn't. The building's starting to quote-unquote tremble around. I don't actually have a way to make that happen, just done in text, but the lights are going haywire, everything in this room is done, and we can now move on to the next area. So here we have a bit of text while it talks about our two choices. We have the faster route up here, and the only way to actually get through this is if you have a ton of health and a way to move quickly, because there's going to be a lot of landmines going off. And we can do that. We do have the brain scrambler here, our little scuttler mount, so we could jump up there and get out through that path, and that will be the quickest and easiest way out and to survive the escape. Or we could take this path, which requires us to use our mechanical minecart, but there's debris in the path. It's much more difficult, and if you mess up, you're probably gonna die unless you get really lucky and happen to squeeze in between explosions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to survive my adventure by taking the harder route. There's really not a whole lot to show you up top here, just because there's not a whole lot going on. You're just dodging explosions. But I want to show you guys how to get through it by surviving on the minecart track. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. And everywhere that you see a red arrow, we need to jump. So that's precisely what we're going to do. If you see a down arrow, you don't jump. And I jumped a little bit late there, but we are so far ahead of the explosions, it doesn't much matter. I can make a few more mistakes, no big deal, because I'm so far ahead of the action. I started off so well. And there, we're at the end. The explosions will take their sweet time catching up. I'm not too worried about it. There they are. As you saw, if you do fairly well, you probably won't get caught in the explosions, and you're gonna be able to get to the end and safely escape. I don't know why that didn't trigger for me. I'm going to load a previous save and try that out. Maybe it's because I hopped off my mount, and I might need to actually look into fixing that. So I will be right back and retry that and see how it goes. Alright, we're back here, and let's just go ahead and ride all the way through without hopping off of my minecart at the very end and see if that's what had actually happened to me. I think that's what I did wrong. There we go. So I'll just look into that. Oh no! Not a harpy, that's never happened. Do I not have my NPCs here? It looks like some of them didn't teleport. So obviously there's some issues that I still need to work out with the map. I'll look into it. I really wish that harpies didn't spawn in space, or that I could just have a way of blocking enemy spawns on the map. It would just be super helpful. So what we need to do to actually escape the base is just to hop into this shuttlecraft over here, and then we'll be taken to the end screen credits. However, there is just one tiny secret left, and you do need to survive to get 100%, so you do need to survive to also obtain the secret here, and it's just a bunch of party stuff. So we have party bullets for our gun, which I'll just go ahead and shoot some party bullets. So we got a party hat and then a celebration rocket. So that's the last secret, and we can go ahead and depart. And now we get taken to a little bit of an end screen credit thing, just similar to what we saw at the beginning, where it kind of laid out the beginning of the map, and we're just doing the same sort of thing towards the end. This is the ending, which is considered the best one, where you survive, and because your survival, humanity has a chance to stop the invasion, and Earth lives to fight on. I do want to have sequels to this map, and this will be kind of the story that we have for those sequels. Now, in order to have those sequels, I will say that it's only going to happen if Relogic gives us the ability to spawn any enemy in game. I want to be able to spawn Martians. I want to be able to spawn a flying saucer. That's the only way I will ever make a sequel to this, but this map is intended to be a trilogy. Until then, Harbinger is just going to be the last of the trilogy. We'll see. I'd love to pick it up. After that little cutscene, we go through a little credit reel where I thank all of the testers who were instrumental in getting this map completed, although you guys apparently missed some bugs. I did too. A special thanks to Yermir, Chippy, Fury Forged for helping me start my YouTube channel by giving me some advice and pointers and what programs to use. A special thanks to Relogic for creating Terraria. Obviously, this map wouldn't have existed without their hard work in the game. And a thank you to everybody who played the map. And in this case, thank you to all of you for watching me play the map and get through. So at the end, there is a clock that tells you how many hours and minutes you played. This is based off of your game time, so if you run at a higher FPS, this will be a little bit of a shorter time, or I mean the clock will run a little bit faster. If you run at a lower FPS, the clock will run a little slower. No big deal. It's now calculating your score. So while it calculates the score, I'll just say that this run was 3 hours and 42 minutes. Not bad. My best run here was an hour and 48 minutes. Again, that was not me stopping to explain things to y'all or not skipping shortcuts that I could have utilized. But all in all, the map is pretty long. And I don't know. I hope you all enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. So now it's totaling all of my score together, and it's going to light up this area and indicate what I scored. So let's see, I think I scored an A. I know I didn't score an S because that would be a 100% run, and I definitely didn't pull off 100%. There we go. Because I missed that secret in Chamber 2 like a dork, and because of that I missed an achievement as well. Here is the little bonus from Madas. If you befriended her, she brings you to the cake. It's just a little secret at the very end of the map that if you didn't befriend Madas, you would never see it, obviously, except for playing or watching me play. Inside this chest, we have a guide voodoo doll. And for those of you that know you can equip the guide voodoo doll, you know that this is so you can kill all humans, just like Madas wants you to do. So now that that's done, we're just going to log out real quick and log back in, and I just want to show you guys something. So you'll see here that we're kind of stuck in this black void, and I type in a little chat, hello there, I wasn't expecting to see you again. And this is kind of a little bit of a secret at the end of the map. Once you've completed it, you have to log out and log back in order to see this. But if you do, we get a sneak peek of a future map design that I'm planning. And I don't know if it's going to be the next one, but as you can tell from this design, I wish it weren't raining. I can't control that, but as you see here, we have ninja gear and a claw in the bottle and a bunch of ninja equipment. So yes, I am planning a map in the future that is going to be a parkour-based map off of a ninja theme. And that's just a little fun extra spoiler thrown in there for anybody who thought, hey, what happens if I log back in after the map is done? After that, there's nothing else. So what I'm going to show you next is the story if you were to perish on the way out. Okay, so of the two stories, this one will be if you perish. Rather, the two endings. So what I'm going to do is just die immediately. I actually didn't expect to die that immediately, but there we go. And now we get to see a cutscene where you didn't survive. You managed to knock out the reactors that were keeping the base's defenses from keeping the human fleet from retaking the base. You managed to help the humans retake the Luna facility, and they were able to push back the initial Martian invasion. However, as I mentioned, this map is intended to be a trilogy series, and with your death, the humans were ultimately unable to defeat the Martians, and they lost. Earth was conquered or destroyed. Who knows? Maybe that will be in a sequel. And because you perished, humanity was not able to go on. Now that is the end of Harbinger. I am done with the playthrough. I enjoyed it, but I am glad it is over. It's been a very, very, very long road for me. Production of this adventure map went on for around a year. Lots of work into this, and I'm happy to finally say that it's done. But for now, I just wanted to thank you all very much for watching and for sticking around for the entirety of this series. I know it's been a long one, but I hope you all have enjoyed watching me play this map as much as I've enjoyed sharing it with you. Once my schedule is solid and steady again, I plan on picking up a new playthrough series of a different variety. But for now, I'll catch you all later. Have a nice day.